These early lute pieces contain, or in my case, I'm playing it on the vihuela, of course. Doesn't matter, they played that instrument too. They contain a great element of improvisation, and it's very easy to overlook that when you try and play these pieces, because they do offer a tremendous resource for the student who wants to study the instrument and understand its repertoire. So I'm talking today a little bit about how to increase the element of immediacy and vividness in the piece so that it will sound a little bit more as if you improvised it, or at least it contained elements of improvisation. So, for example, let's take the beginning of this piece. If I just play it as it's written. It sounds as if I'm practicing it, or as if I've got a kind of scripted idea. The rhythm is kind of strict and rigid, rather wooden. So what I want to try and do is I'm going to make the big high note at the beginning stand out a little bit. Passing tones, more passing tones. Beginning again. And in this way the piece has a lot more interesting elements in it, and it harkens back to an improvised tradition. The next piece I'm going to talk a little bit, it's a short little piece by Francesco. It's called Fantasia, published in 1547 in Venice, and it has more imitation in it, and it's a little bit more strict in character, but it also has elements of this earlier improvised style. So it starts with a chord. That's all very nice. It's kind of uninteresting played like that. And what I'm going to suggest to you is that you can break up the chord. Or you might possibly use a quotation. There's a piece by Caparola called Sancta Trinitas. It's an entabulation of a movement by Antoine Fevin. I recommend it to you. It starts like this. So even though I played the piece fairly strictly, it still has this feeling of flow. I added a few ornaments. I changed notes here and there. I put in a couple of little things that made it sound as if I just thought of it. And I quite often do that. I'll be practicing the piece, and then I'll think of something, I'll improvise it in effect, and it becomes incorporated into the piece. So these are my suggestions. You must bring the listener into the world, the sound world of the 1500s, and bring him into the circle. She may also be brought in to the circle of the lute, and to hear the narrative that you've created by using these elements of improvisation. So that's early music today.